got to go see Pet Sematary, the reboot, that definitely felt like it was made because it did so well, and now we're gonna start getting some remakes of Stephen King movies. Um, this one, I'd seen the old one a long time ago. I didn't really remember it very well. I remember parts of it, and I wasn't gonna go back and rewatch it because I don't remember liking it that much. I was like, I'm just gonna go into this new one, give it a chance, see what happens. And I will say there are parts of this movie that I can definitely tell they changed from the original one. As much as I didn't remember that other one, I was like, I know this didn't happen in this movie. But for the most part, it gives off this really creepy feeling. You get this family who moves into this house. They're trying to get away from the city. They move out into the country. Um, there's some weird stuff going on. They got the woods behind their house. They see some people burying their pets out back, and they're like, "Hey, what are these random kids?" And they're doing like some weird ceremony, and the neighbor, played by John Lithgow, comes over and he's like, "Oh yeah, everybody likes to bury their pets out here. It's kind of a ritual." And then they have a cat, and the cat gets hurt, and then they go to bury it, and then at the last second, John Lithgow says, "Well, let's go bury it behind the graveyard." And you don't know why, and then you find out, and then that's all I'll go into it. Um, it's a very interesting movie. They definitely pulled off the creep factor. I will say there was many times where I was kind of watching the movie like this, going, "Oh my gosh!" Like there's some definite really creepy stuff and creepy atmosphere. And I will say I was kind of glued to the screen for the whole movie. There was never times where I was like, "Man, this is boring" or anything like that. They do go a few ways with the film that I'm sure diehard fans of this material may not like. And then there's some things that happen that you're like, okay, come on, like some unrealistic things and things going on that they just kind of do to move the plot along. But I still, it's well arced. Jason Clark's in this movie, plays the dad and the doctor. And I felt like everybody I can't remember anybody else in it. They give a good backstory to the mother. Um, and then, other than John Lithgow's character, which is pretty interesting, there's a couple times where he's doing certain things and you're like, why are they showing this? And then at the end of the movie, you're like, oh, okay, that's why they're showing us this. But other than that, I thought it was creepy. I thought it was well directed. There's a lot of fog, and it made me uneasy. I'll give him that. In the end, you don't leave this movie on a happy note. So it's not one of them horror movies that I'm gonna like want to go back and watch over and over again. But I didn't hate it. I don't think it was as good as it for sure. But it was pretty good. So I'm going to give Pet Cemetery a 3.5 out of 5. It's definitely worth a watch. If this is your cup of tea, if you like Stephen King movies, you're probably going to love it. For me, it was pretty good. Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.